where do leads come from? Where do I get my business? How do I generate sales? It's a natural question that folks ask whether they're interested in buying into our franchise offering or if I'm just chatting with other folks in the junk removal space. And it's an interesting question and an important one because in this space, it's very nuanced. There are a myriad of ways to attract customers, retain customers, but ultimately, how do you get that initial inquiry? Where does it come from? On the residential side, more so than the commercial side, but you do see it a little bit on the commercial side. But for specifically for residential customers, the majority of leads are coming through Google AdWords. And if you don't exist on the first page of Google, you really don't exist at all, at least in the junk removal world. And so being able to hone in and really understand what you're doing, Google Ads and the campaigns and the management thereof is incredibly important to driving a successful junk removal business. And I would go as far as to say the lifeblood of your junk removal business is how well you perform with your Google AdWords. SEO and other things, organic things you can do, yes, is important, but it's not as important as your paid ad spend on Google, fortunately or unfortunately, however you want to view that. And so when you're an interested candidate looking into the junk removal space, potentially buying into a franchise brand like ours, that would be, if I was on that side of the coin, the first thing that I'm asking about from the franchisor, from people like me. How do you help me establish that presence on Google on the first page as a trusted local junk removal option for customers in that local market? And that's something that we've spent 6 years developing and fine tuning and learning and going through all of the roadblocks associated with that process. And so by way of buying into the franchise, that is exactly what we are providing from a franchisor support perspective. And one of the biggest things that as a franchisee, you are going to want your hand held on as you grow and scale your business in your local market and within the junk removal industry. So with that said, tons of ways to get business. Infield local marketing is a topic for another video. This one specifically honing in on the digital Google Ads space specifically. And in junk removal, if you don't exist there, specifically on the first page of Google, you basically don't exist at all in your local market. That's a fact.